Well, here we are at the end of another week. It's Friday afternoon and I haven't made a video yet. That's probably a bad thing. I've spent a little bit of time flying Rosie's aeroplane. It's getting better and better. Matter of fact, I just parked it after flying this afternoon. I did, I don't know, 0.3 or something. It could really do with a slightly coarser propeller, I think. I'll work that out over time, but yeah, this you can't read that anyway. But yeah, I think it wants to rev fairly freely, which is not really what I'm interested in. I really would prefer for it to be able to absorb nearly all the RPM, and it's not doing that. I've got to actually back the power off on the roll. So anyway, we'll get to the bottom of it. Flies nice. It's a Renegade. Flies good. I don't know, I don't have a clue where we were up to. I haven't done a whole lot more on my aeroplane. I can't remember what I've videoed and what I've posted and what I haven't. I took it for a taxi the other day. I taxied it right down to the other end of the airfield. I wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything silly going to happen. Got the radio sorted. It needed a little bit more squelch than what it had, which I've sorted that. Or Dominic actually sorted that, but anyway, it's sorted. I've still been putting stickers on. You can see the experimental, which is the category it's registered in here in Australia. The rego labels, they were on, I'm pretty sure they were on last week. That'll be my rego 8 Oscar Charlie. No, we've done this video before, but anyway, that's I was where are we? I was putting the fuel levels. I don't know if you can see them up there next to the blue tube. Those black stickers are not really interested in staying on there, and they're just going to fall off. So I went to the supermarket and bought some nail polish. Nail polish, the stuff you paint on your fingernails. Well, I don't normally do that. Matter of fact, I didn't even know there was a nail polish aisle in the supermarket, but there is, and they sell this and a whole bunch of different. I can probably get an orange colour that matches the paintwork. But anyhow, so I'm going to paint that over the top of the letters, and hopefully that'll hold them on. There's those ones. There's the ones around the fuel caps that might not be too interested in staying there, especially if I spill a bit of fuel over them. I think I told you I'm not real. Here we go up here. Yeah, that's those letters are just going to peel off if I don't put some sort of clear varnish over the top. Got a whole bunch of more stickers that I haven't glued onto this tank yet. It's still bare. But yeah, so I've been doing that. Yes, and I was quite happy with the taxi run the other day. I don't know whether I filmed it. I probably didn't, and if I did, then it's on my computer somewhere. But anyway, that's where we are. I've taken the panels back, some of the panels back off. You'll see them will come off. The one between the two wings, it's over there on the bench somewhere, along with everything else. This one, I took one of the side panels off and I actually put ballast. That grey thing with the 2 bolts that you can see. There's 2 more bolts on the other side. That's 2 pieces of 12mm steel plate. The total weighs in at 2.8 kilos. That just moves me a little bit further aft of the forward CG. The weight and balance showed that the aeroplane was, it's about 40 something millimetres aft of the forward CG. That ballast pulls it back to 50 something millimetres aft of the forward CG. So it's not a very big change. For 2.8 kilos is heavy, that's a lot. But anyway, that's what I've put in the back there. And I'll leave that panel off as well for the final inspection. I'll rope somebody, a qualified person, into doing the final inspection for me. Somebody that hasn't been involved too much with the project. That bit of noise through the radio. Maybe I need to suppress the alternator a little bit. Here's the alternator right here. It's one big lead out and 2 leads to excitation, to provide excitation voltage. But no, it's coming along slowly. It's taking, I put like 1 sticker on a day sort of thing. So it's going to take me about another 6 weeks to finish all them off. And that's about it. That's fairly well caught up. Last Saturday, I keep thinking that I've made this video before. Remember we went to Parks a couple of weeks ago. I'm sure I've updated you on that one. Parks is another town that's not very far, maybe 70 or 80 nautical miles, something like that. Flew up there, they had a reasonable sort of a show. And then last Saturday there was another one on the opposite direction, less, probably only 50 nautical miles or something like that, at a town called Hullbrook. Hullbrook is basically home of the original ultralights, you know, where you've got a lawnmower motor and strap it onto a hang glider, that sort of ultralight. I'm interested in that sort of flying as well, even though I sold my Chinook in Peru. I absolutely loved flying the Chinook. It was really, really good fun. It's back grassroots flying. And yeah, you know, I'm not snobbish about flying. Anybody that can get their feet off the ground in anything, it has got my vote. I don't care what sort of equipment it is. And speaking of that, I guess, you know the rules. Try and get your feet off the ground this weekend. We've had not bad weather, but not real flash weather either, yesterday and today. But this afternoon it's cleared up and, you know, looks pretty reasonable out there right now. There's really no wind. That's why I had a lot of fun in Rosie's aeroplane right here. I've rearranged the hangar, you might have noticed, and I'll probably might rearrange it again, bring the other Renegade back and put it in that back area there. Put one of these, doesn't matter which one, up where Rosie's is, and put the other one in the other hangar. That'll just make it easier for getting them out. We won't have to go moving aeroplanes around to fly. So that's it. Beautiful sunset about 5 minutes away. And yeah, a lovely day. I guess there'll be a fair few people flying tomorrow. The Saturday mornings are really popular in Temora. Lots of people turn up and fly on Saturday morning, so I generally don't. I live here. I can fly, you know, a Monday or a Tuesday is exactly the same as a Saturday or a Sunday to me. I try not to get in other people's way and that sort of thing, let them have a free range. But anyway, that's it. Short video. Sorry it was it wasn't, you know, bit more productive. But anyway, you get that sometimes. And yeah, I've got a plan for the cowling. Well, there's two things that I want to do on the cowling. We'll discuss this next week probably, but I want to bring, let's have a look at the engine for starters. I want to bring cool air through here between cylinder 1 and cylinder 7, and through there, through cylinder 1 and cylinder 2, with two 2-inch scat tubes that run down and probably sit right about here somewhere, just under the oil cooler and just above the distributor caps. From there, it'll find its way into the carburettor. So you've got nice cool air feeding into the carburettor, because I can imagine this area on most of these radials gets nice and warm back here, and I want actually cool air feeding the carby. Not actually connected to the carby, just in the general vicinity of where the carby is going to be drawing from. So that's one thing. The other thing is I need my gascolator. I need to be able to gain access to my gascolator to do my water checks. And so I need to drill a hole. Maybe I need to put a piece of tube over this and solder it on so that I can actually not have to take the cowls off or anything to get a fuel water sample. So they're the two more things to do on the cowl. I've solved what I want to do with this, and I'll show you that next week, most likely. But I haven't solved this problem yet. That still requires a little bit of thought. The engine's been running like a dream, which is more of a surprise to me than it is to you probably, but no, it does everything as advertised. It starts and runs and doesn't vibrate or anything, and all the cylinders are playing nicely with one another. So yeah, that's good. Everything's good. All right, there you go. Go and plan how you're going to get your feet off the ground tomorrow. Talk to you soon. Bye now.